Hello, 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 hello. Hey, Alicia. Hi, Kiri. Still hit 100 degrees. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's just, that is so draining. That is so draining. How's everybody dealing with all, with all of that, Kiri? Sorry. I know Michigan Daffodil asked me to wait like 15 or 20 seconds before I get into things because of the lag time and different things. So, and ads. So, good evening to you. It felt like fall. Oh, how nice. How nice. You know what? It has, there are signs of fall coming, most definitely. Um, the squirrels are just running around like crazy and digging everywhere and burying all of their treasure. And um, yeah, it's just, even though it's been like, just for the last week, middle of August, and it's like, man, it's feeling like fall. Just so many different things. Our soybean fields are starting to turn, which is always the first sign of farm crops to start right before harvest and stuff. And I'm just like, oh man. Saw my first Asian beetle this week too. Oh, it's like, no, they're like a month early. hopefully, hopefully they aren't going to be coming in like crazy. But um, Patty, hello, Tinker's wife. Good evening to you. Um, oh, I'm so sorry, Alicia. Yes, we'll be praying for Caitlin, most definitely. Um, I had a brother that had to deal with that, and yeah, it's gotta be so careful. Watched a video this morning. Lady lives above the Arctic Circle. Has already started feeling like fall there too. Hmm. It's quite a difference in climate than what you have, Kiri, right? 77 there, nice. It is 81 right now with 75% humidity. And it's been cloudy off and on today, but so we had a little bit of a breeze. I don't know if everybody's looked at the radar, but there's just like this huge system all around us. Um, so we haven't gotten any rain out of it, but tomorrow is supposed to be mid 90s, mid to upper 90s, and humid. So I know the heat index is going to be over 100 here. And we're kind of in that. That's another thing that kind of feels a little bit like fall is coming because it's not just like straight straight out hot or anything like that. We're um, we're getting the up and down temperatures. Like yesterday, the high was like 75 or something, and then today is the mid 80s. Tomorrow is going to be close to 100, and then it'll go back down to 70s, and then it'll go back to 90s, and then it's just like bouncing all over. And when it starts to do that, that means that we're heading into a transition. So don't know. Yes. Hi, Bex. How are you? Oh, yes, Patty, I can imagine. It's caused leaves to change early too. It's humid today. Okay, great. Oh, Bex, I'm so sorry. Um, your leaves are changing colors. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, Curie, I'm so sorry. We've got the system all around us that might be interfering. Uh, and I don't know what you have down there or not, but got a little bit of wind here. But I mean, I'm 6 inches away from my modem, and I am about 50 feet from the building that has my internet connection, and so I'm like, I can't get any better than that, right? Um, That's true, Alicia. It is hard on the system, so I end up trying to regulate as much as I can. Keeping the air conditioning at even temperature, staying inside, and on real hot days like tomorrow, probably stay inside. This morning, I that's cute. Oh, thanks, Patty. Um, yeah, so I was up late last night doing some things, and I mean late. But so I slept in a little bit this morning, and I had my phone on mute. And when I woke up and I checked it, a missed call from um, a contractor, and and so I called him and he said, "Yeah, we're almost at your house." It's like, can we come over? And I was like, yes, I'll quick get out of my pajamas. And so anyway, I got new gutters this morning. So I'm like, yes, they were so bad, the old ones. So they're the metal or aluminum, I guess, really metal seamless gutters with a leaf guard on top of them. And I don't have a lot of gutter space. I think it's total of 30 feet or something like that. But and downspouts. But um, anyway, it's a nice feeling to have that taken care of. So one more thing done. One more thing done. Um, well, good. Kyria, I hope that you're able to get a good. Oh, hi, Joy. Thank you. Hope you can get a good connection going. So, anyway, while they were here, I went out in the garden and picked beans. It wasn't a big harvest. They're kind of winding down a little. Well, I should say the 4x6 bed is winding down. The 1x8 beds, the three of them they're kind of ramping up. So especially the dragon tongue beans are coming in like crazy. And the yellow beans are starting to. So they're, I don't know why everything is so different, but anyway, so I had enough for like 5 pints. So I cleaned those up, canned those. I got 3 good sized zucchini. So they're in the fridge. I need to process those. I think I'm going to dry them. So try to do that. But hey, Sunflower Marsha, good evening to you. No worries, Alicia. Take your time. So yeah, it's excuse me. So got out there and did that, and cleaned up a couple of the other beds, just pulled some weeds and did some things. And so tonight after live, I have to go out and water. So those are all ready to go and everything. To thin out a little bit, I pulled 1 carrot and had that for lunch, and I was like, oh, it's so good. They're red carrots with the orange inside. So kind of fun. Like having those different colors sometimes, it's kind of fun. But it wasn't that big. It was maybe 4 inches long, something like that. So they still have a little ways to go. What else was there? Oh, I pulled a few green onions. They're still on the small side, so have to wait a little bit for those. And the pepper plants, boy, they seem to be about done. There are no new blossoms. There are maybe 3 little itty bitty pepper starts on them or something, but I've not had pepper plants just kind of like, we're stopping until, frost. So I don't know if that's usual or not, but they are. I thought they would do more, but when they were producing well, I got some gorgeous peppers, and I've had those for a few meals and everything, and they're beautiful. Joy, where are you in Bex? I don't remember where you live now, but yes, and it's like I said, we're up and down with our temperatures. Most definitely. Well, let me see if I can pull this up again. So the highs for the next several days, tomorrow 95. Like I said, they're usually about 5 degrees short of what it actually is going to be. So 95, 91, 86, 81, 76, 79, 84, 86, 84. So kind of bouncing all over. Those days that have the 70 something in it, I'm just like, oh, I can't wait for those. It's like, that would be nice. So I have to plan my days accordingly. And it's like, okay, these days I can go outside and do these tasks and different things. And the other days stay inside and take care of stuff. So Southwest Indiana. Okay. Um, Thanks, Joy. I appreciate that. No, oh, Bex, you're in Southwest Indiana. Oh, in Kansas City. Okay. Thank you. Your cooling bill was half of what your heat bill was last winter. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Extreme heat warnings. Oh, no. Oh, you guys. Yeah, the mid things. I know I've shared this before, but it is just a great let me see if I can get it for today. Let's see, the 21st. Okay. Oh, yeah, I could see it. Yikes. I'm looking at a weather radar, and it's just like full up the center of the United States. It's just dark red for temperatures. So, anyway, this is a great weather map if you guys, want to look at it and stuff. And it shows like temperatures, precipitation, radar, satellite clouds. We've got 3 named tropical storms in the Atlantic, and 1 starting out in the Gulf. So it's going to get really active. That flow is just coming right across the Atlantic, right up the center of the United States. Yikes. So all of you guys on the coast, be careful. Be careful, be careful. So the last 2 rabbits oh, Kiri, I'm so sorry. That's what most people don't think about that. And there's not just us that are trying to stay cool in our health and different things like that, but it's hard on the animals too. How do they get cool? You can't bring your whole farmyard in your house, or cool the whole farmyard, right? Oh, good night, Jacob. Take care. Sleep tight. Dream with those angels. Okay, I haven't added the app to my phone, but I should. This is probably the desktop app for it or something. I don't know. But thanks, Patty. Appreciate it. The first one, I don't think they'll give me rain, but thankful for the clouds today. Yes, it makes such a difference. It really does. Can cool things off. So, yeah, it's crazy. So I've been noticing such a vast difference in the length of days too. I mean, we're only exactly 2 months already out of the middle of summer. And so, whereas our sunrise used to be about 5:15 in the morning, it's now 6:30. And sunset used to be almost 10 o'clock, and now it's 8:18. So that is at least 3 hours. Yeah, about 3 hours of daylight that we've lost already since the first day of summer. And that's crazy. It's crazy. So, um, Yeah, it's getting dark early. Absolutely. That's probably the biggest thing I noticed is like, okay, we need to, you can't go out after dinner and still do some things outside and, oh, I could come in about 8 o'clock or 8:30 or something. It's like, no, it's already dark by then. So, alrighty. Let me see, what else am I doing? So I've been harvesting and canning and cleaning and doing all kinds of things. So harvested, yes, green beans, peppers, zucchini. Oh, one of the beans that I was telling you guys last week about the dragon tongue beans, because I've got purple beans, yellow beans, green beans, um, and then the dragon tongue beans. Well, the dragon tongue beans are a flat bean, pretty much, kind of a wider, flatter bean. And I usually just buy, the round or grow the round ones so that you have nice cuts and different things like that. Thanks, Alicia. True, Patty. True. Um, so anyway, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she's like, "Oh yeah," she said, "I only like French cut green beans." And I started thinking, it's like when I had to process all these dragon tongue beans, it was like, they're nice and flat. I could cut those into French cut, and I was like, well, that'd be kind of fun. So I've been doing that with those, and I've got 5 pints already of French cut yellow beans. So because the dragon tongue are yellow with purple striations and stripes and stuff all over it, well, that purple fades away when you cook it. It just disappears, and so you're left with yellow beans. So I have yellow French cut green beans, which I've never done before. So that is a first for me. For all the years, 30 plus years that I've been canning, um, it's been kind of fun. So there aren't a lot of beans. I mean, I don't have piles of them, so then it would take a long time. But so I don't mind just sitting there, cutting them up into little French ones. So, yep, dragon tongue. I don't have. You might need to Google it. I don't have one right here. Um, and all my seeds are upstairs, so I don't have that to show you right now. A catalog. Do I have a catalog? I don't know if I do or not. Let me see. I'll just let you guys look outside. Maybe. Hold on a second. Okay, I found, sorry, seed catalog. So let me see if I can find the dragon tongue beans in here. Beans, strawberries, long beans, runner beans, snake beans. Here you go. That's what they look like. So they're yellow with the purple decorations. And they're just a bush bean. They're a Dutch heirloom seed. And about a 7-inch pod. Let me see. So kids love to grow them, and they're very popular with chefs and gourmets. So an amazing flavor. So that would be good to know. Anyway, yeah. So I cut those into French cut beans. So it's kind of fun. Oh, you're welcome. Yes, they're very easy to spot on the plant. Very, very easy. And the plants aren't that big, but they put out a lot of beans on them. So I've been pretty surprised actually. And I don't like I've already canned them all up, so I didn't I didn't have any left here that are fresh, unless I took you out into the garden and showed you. But it's it's very hot and sticky out there right now, so I'm all settled in for the night here for to inside. Are they native to my area? No, they're in the they're a Dutch plant. So let me see where else they said about them. Oops. Beans. Beans. No, it's a Dutch heirloom. So back to the 19th century. So 1800s in Holland, which is Dutch, right? The Dutch is Holland. So this, but I would suppose that Holland, their climate is probably similar to ours, although they're surrounded by more water than I am. So it could be that that's similar. But I think you would be able to grow them very well, Alicia. So it's kind of fun to grow different beans and have some fun with it rather than just regular green beans all the time. So anyway, yes. So made all of those. So my topic for tonight is growing sources of vitamin A. We've already talked about vitamin C, which is like in almost every plant that you can grow. Then vitamin D, which was very limited. Biggest one was mushrooms, right? So we got all that in. We talked about that last week. And so it's kind of going back to the beginning for vitamin A this time. So I went through the most popular one was C and then D. So vitamin A is this week. And there are a few more things that you can grow with that. But I'm going to kind of talk about what vitamin A is first and why it's important for us to have that. Because, a lot of these other vitamins we can think, oh, we don't need that, or, just need vitamin C or D or whatever. And, we think of vitamin A as carrots and for our eyes, and that's it. Well, there's a bunch of other things like that too. So this one should get it. Yeah. Yes, Patty. So true. I had 2 packages of onion or mushrooms in my fridge this last week, and one portobello and one white button mushrooms, and it was like I'm ready to cook them up and stick them in the sunlight for a bit. I took them out, and they were past their eating prime, so I had to throw them out, which I always hate doing, but you don't want to get sick on bad mushrooms, right? So, so it's on my list to get some more and to try that out again. But yes, oh, I thought it was for you, Alicia. That's so great. That I don't know for sure. Haven't come across that yet, Alicia. So, but yeah, they do. They do. And that's where you can get a distinctive smell, even though they weren't looking like all brownish and different things like that. They were getting that gray tinge to it. And I was like, and so I smelled them and I was like, oh no, they're just, it was like probably 2 days past what I should have the deadline on that. So anyway, so vitamin A is a fat soluble vitamin, and it's made up of several chemical compounds. And so there are 2 types that are commonly found in the human diet. Preformed vitamin A, so preformed, and those are mainly found in meat and animal products. And then provitamin, so you have preformed and provitamin A. Carotenoids, carotenoids. I think that's how you say it. And those are found in plants. I'm not going through the meat things right now for vitamin A. I just want to focus on the plants today. So, oh, you know what, Curie, they had, whenever I set up a live, and you probably know this, but whenever I set up a live, they have all of these steps you have to go through and check these boxes and do all this stuff. Well, they changed them up this week. And one of the things they changed were the ads on there. Before it was like, do you want to allow ads at the beginning and at the end or something like that? It's like, sure. But then it's like, now do you want ads every 30 minutes, or do you want it every 6 minutes, or do you want it, and it was like, and I didn't know that it was going to interrupt everything. And so I'm going to have to make sure I check on that, because if somebody's watching it as a replay, it's not as big of a deal. But I didn't know that they would do it as we were going live too. So did you see the story where a lady killed her family? No. Oh, Bex, no, I didn't. Yeah, you've got to be so careful. Oh my gosh, that would be horrific to realize that you did that. And that's where even, wild mushrooms and stuff like that, you have to know exactly what you're getting. Intentionally? Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh, that's horrible. I don't even want to go there. It's just like, Patty, that is true. And it's like, it's enough that you have to sit through them either at the very beginning or, on all of our other videos and stuff like that. But to interrupt a live, I don't like that. That's not right. And it's like, they're like, oh, but you won't make as much money if you do this, or you can make more money if you do that. And it's like, seriously, how much money do I make off of 40 views? 40 views, it's like, don't do that. So, oh my gosh. 70s, a mother that her toddler foraged mushrooms. Oh, Joy, thank you for praying for her. Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine. College hospital workers came to ask your professor to ID a mushroom. The couple ate mushrooms and were sick. Ooh. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys are still here, even if there are ads. Oh, because I don't know what kind of ads that pop up. I mean, it could be something that's totally against what I believe, and they still pop them up. But exactly, Joy. Exactly. So we've got your preformed vitamin A and your provitamin A. So you got your meat sources, and then you got your plant sources. Preformed vitamin A compounds, including retinol, and retinoic acid, are the active forms of the vitamin. And those are the ones out in meat products and stuff like that. They're the active forms of the vitamin, which can be utilized by your body without undergoing any conversion process. And see, I had no idea that there were certain, vitamins and stuff that they have to convert in order for us to be able to absorb in different things like that. But you think vitamin A would be easy to do that, but it's not. So, so those are the preformed vitamin A, the meat sources you don't need to convert. So the provitamin A carotenoids, such as beta carotene and cryptoxanthin, are inactive forms that your body needs to convert into retinol, which is the usable form. Did you know you're getting a biology class here tonight? Oh, Kiri, you're traveling vicariously through YouTube, aren't you? They're taking you all over the world. It's like you have no idea. I'm stuck here in Texas. Uh, um, you're welcome, Patty. So, a type of provitamin A carotenoid that you may have heard of is beta carotene. This compound gives fruits and vegetables a reddish orange hue, the typical color of most carrots, for example. So, other phytochemicals like lycopene, lutein, and zeaxanthin are also carotenoids. However, they are not converted to usable vitamin A in the body. They do bring their own unique health benefits, and it is still good to include foods high in those compounds in your diet nonetheless. So, getting adequate amounts of vitamin A in our diets is essential for several bodily functions. It affects gene expression, gene like GENE, the genes, meaning that it works to bind specific receptors that trigger our genes to make certain proteins. The proteins made can then be used in many processes throughout the body to keep it functioning properly. Um, it also supports healthy immune function, plays a role in cell growth and overall growth and development of the body. Donna, hello. Oh, no worries. No worries at all. Vitamin A contributes to embryo development and growth, maintenance of your immune system, and vision. A deficiency of vitamin A is associated with morbidity, and mortality from common childhood infections. So if you don't have enough vitamin A and you get a common childhood infection, it can be fatal. It's the world's leading preventable cause of childhood blindness. Vitamin A deficiency also contributes to maternal mortality and other poor outcomes of pregnancy and lactation. So, worlds of fun and slime making. Oh, Caitlin, you're always into some things. Slime making. That's great. Vitamin A also plays an essential role in our vision. So, retinol is actually a structural component of the rods and cones in the retina. So, the retina is the area of the eye that receives light and induces reactions that allow us to see. Adequate vitamin A intake is associated with a reduced impact of age-related macular degeneration. So that getting enough vitamin A can reduce the effect of that. So some of the sources in the garden, which is what we were talking about, that's our main subject. So to know that vegetable sources, the provitamin A carotenoids, are not all orange. So there's other sources too, but mostly dark leafy greens, which they also had vitamin C in them too. They also contain significant levels of beta carotene. So a lot of veggies that probably not everybody likes, but it's a good thing God made a variety of things. So that's like, I don't like broccoli and spinach and Brussels sprouts, but I'll eat carrots. It's like, okay, fine, we'll put carrots in there. So anyway, first one is broccoli. While this vegetable doesn't bring an orange hue, it provides a good source of vitamin A. So 1 cup of chopped cooked broccoli offers over 13% of your recommended daily value. So it's also a good source of iron. Carrots. As previously mentioned, carrots are a great source of vitamin A. 1 medium carrot meets over 60% of the daily recommended value. 1 medium carrot. So If you had 2 carrots a day, that would be your full daily recommendation of your vitamin A source. Yeah. So carrots are perfect to toss into smoothies and salads, great into batter for homemade baked goods, or serve as a simple steamed side dish. I like to just have some carrot sticks on the raw carrot sticks on the side as along with my meal. So I just like the crunchy freshness of it. So if you're able to eat anything raw is your best source, because every time you cook something, you lose an element of the vitamins and everything that are in there, the nutrients. So if you're able to eat it raw is really good. Another great source is squash, but specifically pumpkin, which is really interesting. So if you want to try seeing if ingesting carrots can make your skin turn a sunny orange, drink a few glasses. Yes, it will. It happens to babies too. If all they want to eat is, um, the baby food, carrots and sweet potatoes, you will turn your baby orange. So, makes your eyes sparkle. Oh, I like that, Donna. Instead of just like, it's going to help you see better, it's like, I see fine right now, Mom. But she was smart, make something that would be very appealing to a child in that way. I like that. Is there a drink you can make for blood pressure? That I don't know, Caitlin. You have to check with your doctor on that. Um, Once when on a juice fast, mostly carrot, your palms turn bright orange. Oh my goodness. You like pumpkin in pie form? Right, Donna? Yes. Hey, Patty is like, oh, such a cute pumpkin. That's my child. Oh, you've eaten a lot of raw baby carrots. Oh, well, Kiri, you're helping out your eyesight there for sure. Um, Patty, you're on a roll tonight. Okay, so yes, pumpkin, excellent source of this vision boosting nutrient. A half a cup of canned pumpkin puree. So just a half a cup, which would be easily one slice of pie, right? A little sweet potato. It's a good thing they don't turn green. That would be even worse, right? Um, yeah, pumpkins are a very versatile ingredient, so you can certainly add that in there. So, oh. I'll have to, I don't know, mark you a reminder every Monday afternoon or something. It's like, go take a nap. I need you punchy here. Um, so, and pumpkin, you think about it, it's like so many of these vegetables are seasonal, right? So your garden is out in the summer. It's like, okay, you can eat fresh stuff and you get your vitamins. But then you've got the long winter. It's like, when are you going to get those vitamins in there? Well, pumpkins last for months. And so you can still do that. And thank goodness we canning or freezing our vegetables and stuff like that, which can help to prolong the benefits of that, throughout the rest of the winter and the year until we can grow some more stuff. The next one would be spinach. Spinach. So this leafy green is a good source of several different nutrients, and 1 cup of raw leaves, just 1 cup of raw leaves, provides at least 20% of the daily value for women. And it's also a great option to toss into salads. I really like a spinach, um, leafy green mix, for salads. It's like the green lettuce, not. I just don't really care for iceberg lettuce anymore. It's just there's no taste to it. There's no flavor to it. There's no nutrients to it. It's like, why eat it then? It's like, so I like I like green leaf lettuce. So I would like that mixed with some raw spinach in there. So too, that's kind of neat. So um, anyway, so spinach is a really, really good source to have. The next one to add to our pumpkins, we have sweet potatoes. So, oh, look at that little sweet potato there. It's so cute. You eat a power green mix for salads, stir fry it and use it for tacos. It's nice. Very, very good. That's so great. Um, that's why you have that sparkle in your eyes, Patty, all the time. Okay, one medium sweet potato offers well over the recommended daily amount of vitamin A. One medium sweet potato. Another reason to get your sweet potatoes, right? Um, the young shoots of the sweet potatoes and the leaves are sometimes eaten as greens. So, sweet potatoes are a staple food in many parts of the world. They're also a good source of fiber, potassium, vitamins, and other essential nutrients. Ah, no, sweet pots there. Bell peppers. So we talked about bell peppers as being a high source of vitamin C, especially the red peppers, right? But they're also um, a good source of vitamin A and fiber. So the bell peppers have antioxidant properties, and um, doesn't really say how much. But anyway, the pepper in that is called capsicum. Capsicum, I think, and it can be eaten cooked or raw. Um, so bell peppers, papaya. So here's our fruit. We have a few fruits here that have a vitamin A in it. You never think of that as having a vitamin A fruit. You always think vitamin C, but papaya is pretty high, and it's actually very high in nutritional value. It's a rapidly growing plant. So people in those regions that can grow it, I can't up here. I don't know. Curie, you're so hot and dry down there. I'm not sure. Can you grow papaya in Texas? I think of it more as like a Mississippi, Florida type of fruit. Um, maybe maybe California where it's not as arid, but so it can be grown in a large sized container as it has shallow roots. Red lady papaya is a dwarf variety that is suited for container gardening. And so, again, high in vitamin A. So, hey, goodness and everybody. Happy to have you here. Thanks for being there. Lettuce is high in vitamin A. It's an awesome green leafy vegetable that has a lot of health benefits, packed full of nutrients, contains tons of vitamins and minerals. Um, Super high in vitamin A. Let me see what the comparison here. It's over. It doesn't give you the amount, but 100 grams of lettuce. I don't know what that is equal to in volume. But anyway, 100 grams is like twice the daily recommended amount of vitamin A. So eat your salads with that lettuce and spinach with some bell peppers thrown in there. And yeah, what else? Carrots, some chopped up carrots. Boy, that's a vitamin A packed meal, right? Um, You have left growing in your garden. Zone 3 is your tomatoes and cucumbers. Oh, which lettuce is more nutritious? Yeah. Um, so true, Donna. So true. If you're growing your own, there's one that I really like. It was recommended by Living Traditions. Sarah really, really likes this mix. It's called the Rocky Top lettuce mix by, I wonder if they have it in here. the Baker Creek parsley. There's some lettuce. Let's see if I can find it here. My lemon balm is starting to come like crazy. I would say anything that is a darker green, um, to stay away from. Here we go. See if I can. I need to get my view up here so I can see what I'm doing here. Right here, down here is the Rocky Top lettuce. If you can see that. So it's a mix of some really, really nice greens and reds. So the a flavorful and brilliant salad, a top-selling item for us. Customers just love it. People love the rich old-fashioned taste. So anyway, there's a lot of different lettuces. I know that parsley is extremely high in vitamins. So, hey, Howie, how are you? Oh, well, there you go, Kiri. You can do sweet potatoes really well there then too. A few years ago, not sure they still offer it. This was my 2022 catalog. So it was last year's. And I'm going to be planting some in the next week or two so I can have a fall crop here. But because it's just been too hot all summer for it to do well. So I do have a packet, but see, these are some of the things that if you know that they go fast or something, if people pick them, snap them up, or, snatch them up right away, then try to get those seeds in the fall as soon as the catalogs come out or as soon as they're available, because then you can make sure that you have them. It was sold out. Oh my goodness. So, okay. You know what? Maybe I'll need to make sure that I let some bolt and then get some seeds from it. I might need to do that. So, planted lettuce last week. Have it in the shades. Okay. So where are we next here? So lettuce. All right. Guava is another one. Not super high in vitamin A, but it's got tons of vitamins and nutrients. It's a small tropical tree. In addition to vitamin C, it's packed with vitamin A, iron, calcium, everything. It can be grown in containers, which is kind of nice to hear that, some of these fruits, you think of guava and papaya, it's just like huge trees, and it's like, there's no way I could grow them here, but they do have them in containers. So it's like, if you're able to have some kind of area in your house to keep them over the winter and then bring them back out in the summer, that would be kind of nice to do too. So you're harvesting your blood lettuce seed now by allowing it to bolt. Very good. Try to get a good variety of single lettuce types to start saving seed from. That's a good thing to do, Patty, because then you've got, what you have, what you're planting rather than a mix. So that does help. Grapefruit is actually high in vitamin A. Did you guys know that? So, anyway, so that was the last one. So our veggies, we have broccoli, carrots, pumpkin, spinach, sweet potatoes, bell peppers, lettuce. And then our fruit, we have papaya, guava, and grapefruit. They're high in vitamin A. So, and remember the two different kinds, the preformed compounds, which are in meat and everything, meat and animal products. So I would imagine that could even be your dairy, your butter and milk and stuff like that. And then the I didn't have time to research all of that part of things. And then the provitamin carotenoids, which are the ones that I talked about. So, and those are the ones that your body needs to convert into that. So, um, yeah, your fruities and veggies, all your faves. Oh, that's good. That's so good. You have grapefruit flavors, sparkling water in the fridge. Hey, you might get a little bit of that, Curie. That's so funny. You're hilarious. Um, so I did put those the sources of where I got all of this information. I did put them the information in the description below the video. Also, there was an article, kind of, I guess you could say, on um, something that I found very interesting, that Thailand is super promoting home gardening because of the vitamin A that people can find in all of the things in their home gardening. Because apparently they maybe found out that there was a vast deficiency in their people, and they weren't getting it in the food that they could get at the grocery store, or they really weren't just eating the foods. Maybe an influence of the Western culture, I don't know. But anyway, the country is promoting home gardening to increase the vitamin A for people, and which is really pretty amazing. So like I said, it's not only for your immune system, for your eyesight and everything else, but it is very key in the formation of your genes and different things like that, is for um, embryo development and all this other kind of stuff, and good pregnancies. And so maybe they were finding out, maybe there was a high infant mortality rate or something, or a high miscarriage rate, and they were just trying to figure out what's going on. And they found out there was a deficiency in vitamin A. So, um, I think that was just amazing that the country then is promoting that, which is great, rather than a country that is like, here, eat all this junky stuff, eat everything that is not good for you, and we're going to stuff you full of everything. So, um, anyway, um, yeah, Howie, you've got a little piece of earth there that is like probably more nutritionally dense than anywhere else on earth, I think. Just in what you've got there, it's just like, I can't even imagine. I mean, if there was some kind of, um, you know, uh, a scan that they could make of things, it would be like your own little, like, Amazon jungle or something. I don't know. It's because of what you do and what you grow and everything there is just like, it, to me, it would just be kind of like you'd be scanning across your area. And it's like all of a sudden this like glowing part, it's like, oh, what is that? It's like, oh, that's Howie's land. That's Howie's garden. And so it's like, oh my goodness. Um, it's solarized food. Yeah. Wood ash. Yeah, they certainly do, Howie. Absolutely. Um, Favorite grape for next spring plant. Real easy. Just cut 10 inches, put 5 in the most. So true. So very true. Um, there you go, Kira. You can make your own grapefruit sparkling water, right? Squeeze grapefruit into some sparkling water, and there you are. Then you would get your vitamin A. Exactly. So, Mayan soil. Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, you've worked hard to create that, and I mean, look at you two coming back from the brink of of the other world. So, a couple years ago, and your food has saved you. I firmly believe that what you've grown has saved your life. So I think that's awesome. I think it's so great. Um, Anything else you guys have for me tonight? Because that's all I have are the vitamin A. And are, are you still wanting me to continue on with the vitamin series? I mean, certainly will. It gives me something to work with here. That's for sure. God's armor. Yep. Yep. It certainly is. So, but vitamin A, yes, not just for your eyes, but for so many things. So, oh, how are you? So sweet of you. Thank you. Um, oh, you guys. So, well, I think that's all I have for tonight. And I think next week, what's next week? Yeah, it's not Labor Day yet. So, yeah, I'll be here next week. So, you guys just have an amazing, amazing week. And um, yeah, it's got things starting to come in now. Things I've been trying to get going for up to 9 months and everything. So stuff is starting to happen here at home, and got my whole set of cabinets coming for this room for my office, so I can get all this stuff that's floating all over the place, have a place for it, and different things. So just a lot of things going on. So um, used to dread Mondays. Oh, well, that's not. I hope you don't dread them anymore, Eli. So anyway, um, well, Joy, I'm glad. So thanks so much for coming. All right, guys, you guys take care. God bless. Always have hope and have a wonderful week. And thanks for coming. And thank you to all my moderators. I appreciate it. So you guys take care. Good night.